Hey everyone, happy Friday. Ross McCorkle here with another episode of the Depot 180. Last episode, the Steelers had just signed J.C. Hassenauer and Marcus Allen to cheap deals to ensure quality depth for 2021, and the trend continued as the Steelers made a few other under-the-radar moves over the course of the last few days. B.J. Finney was re-signed to the Pittsburgh Steelers after leaving last season in free agency. It didn't work out for him, and he opened up on the difficulty preparing in a year where the routine is so completely different with COVID. He was traded by the Seattle Seahawks, who initially signed him and then cut by the Cincinnati Bengals. He will circle back to the Steelers on presumably a minimum contract that yet again ensures cheap and familiar depth. Ray-Ray McCloud was also signed to a one-year deal. He was a revelation for the Steelers last season at the kick return specialist position as he sparked life into the special teams unit, who had been struggling mightily in seasons prior. McCloud also started 2 games and got some reps at wide receiver at times last season. The compensatory picks for the 2021 NFL Draft were announced as the Steelers were only awarded a 4th-round selection. The Steelers lost Sean Davis, B.J. Finney, Javon Hargrave, Tyler Matakevich, and Nick Vannett in free agency last season while gaining Eric Ebron and Derek Watt. Funny enough, 2 of the players that left circled back to the Steelers roster in Davis and Finney. There was an article up on the site breaking down how the Steelers missed out on a 6th-round selection sourced from compensatory pick guru Nick Corte, so be sure to check that out for the specifics. Another former Steeler, Jesse James, was cut from the Detroit Lions and could be a candidate to come back to the Steelers on what would presumably be a 1-year contract. This would be another great and likely cheap option for depth. The Juju Smith-Schuster saga continues as mixed messages seem to be coming in left and right. Juju had claimed a while back that he would love to stay in Pittsburgh, even while others speculated the salary cap would prevent this from happening. Just recently, Sports Illustrated had a poll that asked the question, will Juju be back in Pittsburgh? To which Juju himself voted no. Adam Schefter then released a report that stated a deal was still very possible between the two parties. Schefter has since backtracked and said there is, quote, only a 10% chance. Probably much ado about nothing, as recent events on the wide receiver market likely drove Juju's price out of the Steelers' budget. A report finally came out that stated the salary cap will end at $182.5 million, a little higher than the worst case, but still a decrease from last season. Other reports indicate that the salary cap could grow to as high as $250 million in the next 5 years, likely driven by lucrative TV contracts that the league just signed. Let me know how you enjoyed the video on Twitter at Ross_McCorkle, and as always, visit SteelersDepot.com for your latest and greatest Steelers breaking news and analysis.